Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of my journey through Gran Turismo. So we're going to head back to the cafe for the next menu book, which is Japanese FR sports cars. So we're heading to World Circuits, where we'll do the first race at High Speed Ring. So we've got to use a Japanese FR car, which we have the Silvia Q. So we'll just go ahead and crack on. So 2 laps. And I'll be honest, these aren't the easiest things to drive. They are very twitchy on the back end. You want to try and do as much of your braking as you can in a straight line. Take the high line round here. So as you can see, we broke on an angle there, and the back end stepped out as soon as we did. So yeah, you do just have to be very careful. So like I say, try and keep the brake pressure to a minimum whilst you're turning. So we're not going to manage first place here. These 2 lead cars are just way too fast on the straights, but we will unlock another car, so hopefully that's a bit better than this one, and we can just try it again and get the first place. But all we need is the top 3 to unlock that, lock the next car, so that's fine. So we've unlocked the Toyota Corolla. So what we will do is just jump back in and try that again with that car, see if that car's any better for this race. May not be, and it may just be a case of having to come back to it later on. Once we've got something a bit more powerful. But I would like to just get the win before we move on, and then I don't have to remember to come back. RX-7's quick out of the corner, isn't it? Try and stay in its slipstream. So no, unfortunately again, those first two cars are just a bit too quick, but that's fine. We'll just move on for now and come back to it. Like I say, we do only need third, so that's not a problem. So we're going to head to Tokyo Expressway for another 2 laps there, and that unlocks us the Mazda. So we'll stay with the Corolla. have a lot of room there. Managed to just squeeze through. But again, I think this is going to be another one where those first couple of cars are just too quick down the straights. Got that a little bit wrong as well, which doesn't help. Try and block that AI because that car is ridiculously quick, and we're not really in a position to be allowing anyone to come past us. Just need to try our best to catch one of these front three, just to get that all important third position again. There we go, we managed to get the second. But again, just one extra quick car. And we've now acquired the Mazda. So that's the menu book completed, but what I will do is just have a quick go in this Mazda, see if it's any better. I can't really see it being, but just to find out. Again, obviously I am on the hardest difficulty for these races, so if you do want to make it easier to just get the win, then just drop that down a bit. And again, just too much brake with too much angle. Shifted the weight too much. So yeah, this car maybe maybe slightly better in a straight line, but a lot more difficult to drive through the corners. Yeah, as you can see, every time we brake, it's just the back end's going light and it's going sideways. So yeah, we'll leave that with just the second position for now, and come back to it at a later time. So we'll head back to the cafe, as we've now completed that menu book. And we've unlocked a new track. So that moves us on to menu book number 11, which is French hot hatches. What you could do at this point as well, if you wanted to complete those previous two races, well, to get the win on those previous two races, is if we swap. Let's go back to the Toyota. If we then go to the tuning shop, so we have now unlocked, I did actually unlock racing with a car that I won from a daily ticket. So I mean, we should have moved up to level 6 now anyway by unlocking those two cars we just have done, which gives us the option for racing soft tyres. Well, racing tyres. Obviously we do have comfort and sports available as well, which will give these cars slightly better pace, with us being on the comfort mediums to start off with. I mean, you could probably just go sports softs, and that'd probably gain you enough. What I am going to do though is, let's just buy racing hards. No, that seems overly keen price wise. I mean, I know we do have the extra cash from getting the gold on the online time trial, but let's just go for sports softs, and let's head back in and do those two races again and just see how much difference it does actually make, just having those better tyres. So it was the FR, wasn't it? So let's enter that. Sorry, I did just get distracted there. So right, let's crack on with this and just see how much difference these tyres make. So as I say, we're on comfort mediums last time, so we're now on sports softs. To be fair, I do think sometimes as well this making slight changes like that can make the other cars faster. It's as if they sort of try to balance the performance a bit more. But as you can probably tell, even just through turn 1, we've gained a ridiculous amount of time in comparison to the last couple of goes we had with with this car, and obviously when we started in the Sylvia. I think I were 4 or 5 seconds behind the leader after the first lap. Whereas I'm within a second already, and we've not even finished that lap yet. The other cars are still a lot quicker down the straights. But I mean, we are in a very old Toyota Corolla as well, whereas a couple of cars in front are pretty new Toyotas. So the max speed that we've got, well, the disadvantage that we've got here is really not helpful either. But we do have a big advantage through the corners. So it's really going to be a case of getting in the lead if we can, and then we will unfortunately have to block down the straights. But as you can probably tell, that Subaru that's in front has completely buggered off. So again, this isn't quite going to work. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those Subarus and the newer Toyotas weren't in it when we had the first attempt. So what we're going to do is, we've made the money back and more sorry, for the tyres that we've just bought, so that's not cost us anything. But I'm going to give it another go. And what we're going to try and do is, just if we've got the opportunity, just try and block those 2 quicker cars at the start. I mean, it's not the way you should have to race, but sometimes especially at this stage when you've not quite got the car under you, you've just got to do what you can. Let's try getting his slipstream, and then if we can try to get up. Yeah, no, it's just going to disappear down the straights now, so that Subaru is quick. just got to try everything we can now to get in front of this Subaru through these next couple of corners. No, unfortunately we've not quite made it. So I mean, there are other options at this point. We could obviously do some engine upgrades to make this car a bit quicker. And again, I'm just doing this more for the purpose of obviously showing you guys what you can do. If you are obviously in this situation and you do want to just get the win whilst you're on with it, like I say, obviously you can come back later on once you've got a better car and do it again then. But if you do want to get the win straight away, then there are obviously other available options that you can try. So clearly the pace is a lot better with just changing the tyres. Obviously again it would have been even better with the racing tyres, but there's not really any need because you're not really going to gain enough. So we'll just head back to the tuning shop, and again we're not gonna, I don't want to sort of spend a silly amount of money for no real reason. So we'll get an air filter, we'll get a manifold, an intercooler, exhaust, that's just a bit overpriced for what we want really. And we'll stick a low RPM turbo on it. Or do we go medium? No, we'll go medium. Right, so we've obviously added quite a bit there. Obviously having a few different goes at it, we've earned the money that we've just spent really. So it's not cost us anything as such. So let's go in and just give it one last try. What I do want to now check though is, so if you go to the ECU, you can see where the power band is. So it does drop off quite a bit at the highest point of the revs. So yeah, I think shift probably just before 7,000, which I'd not actually checked before, but doesn't always matter too much at first. As you can see, we've already got a massive amount of extra straight line speed. Sorry, pal. That gets us into the lead halfway around the first lap. shows that just even a few little upgrades can make a very big difference. I think we were maxing out at 128 mile an hour before, so let's have a look what we get to down the straight, and that was obviously we were getting up there with the slipstream, so I mean we're at that already and we're still part way around the corner. So it's gained us an extra 11 mile an hour, which obviously isn't a massive amount, but we are getting up to that speed a lot quicker as well. I think I noticed last time coming round this bit into the next right-hander we were already up to 128, and that was as high as we were getting last time, so if you have a look at the timing screen top left, we are actually pulling away down the straights, which is obviously where we were losing all our time before. So yeah, so just shows that with a few small upgrades, you can obviously get the win in the cars that are provided. I mean, it cost us what, probably 25,000 credits, but obviously with doing a few different runs, just trying different things and different cars, we've basically earned that anyway. So like I say, it's not really cost us anything. So what we'll do now is go back into what was the second race. Hopefully the same upgrades have made the same difference, which means should be able to get the win in this one, and then we don't have to come back to it later on. If you're wanting to get the wins, obviously that is, if you're just wanting to do enough to move on to the next stage, you obviously just getting into the top 3 will do that, so you don't really have to worry about this. You should be able to get a top 3 just with the provided cars as they are stock. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, we've not really done a great deal, but it has made a very big difference. We didn't really need to get everything that we did. I mean, you could probably have just stuck the turbo on, and that would probably have been enough. Almost lost it there. But yeah, again, so we've got a very comfortable gap just after one lap, whereas before we were sort of I think still mid-pack really, after the first lap before we made the upgrades. yeah, again, like I say, I think this is mainly down to the turbo just giving us a lot better punch out the corner and the better straight line speed, or better top end speed, should I say, as not a lot of these are very straight. I did that last lap as well. But yeah, so there we go. That's first in both races now. And again, obviously redoing them, getting the win with a clean race bonus, as well as more than earned the money back we have spent. So yeah, I mean, that was just a little dive into the tuning side of things as well. Just what you can do. Obviously, if you are struggling a little bit with the car that you have, there are obviously things, like I say, that you don't need to do a massive amount to create a good enough difference to obviously turn those top threes into first positions. If, like I say, you are just struggling slightly with a specific race. So yeah, so that's menu book 10 completed. Hope you liked the video, and join me again for episode 5, where we'll go into menu book 11. Thank you again, and bye for now.